I am a man that likes to live dangerously. Quick channel lore, I've been suspended quite a few times for, addressing the alphabetical community in terms and ways that YouTube deemed hateful. Like I said, I live on the edge, baby. So we have Billy Porter, a well-to-do, person of color who, also happens to be of alphabetical persuasion, with plenty to say about all the oppression and the pain that is Black life in America, and how, it never ceases to amaze me that the people who do the most crying about oppression and how they've been held back are the exact same people who are in prominent positions. It never ceases to amaze me, the hypocrisy on these people. But I mean, by these people, I mean, the people with that mindset mentality. I don't want you guys, what do you mean, these people? No. So, so, yeah, good news is I only have one community guideline strike right now. So it'll at least be a 2-week suspension. Let's get into this.
Just to go even deeper, and Black people hear me.
I'm listening, okay? I am what would be classified as Black. So yeah, I'm listening. All right, go ahead. Tell us, sis.
Because y'all ain't gonna like this one. As a Black queer man in America, my basic human rights have been up for legislation every single day that I have had breath in my body.
Oh, sis. Oh, every single day. Yo, human rights. Okay, so what about your constitutional rights? Because your constitutional rights, I mean, outside of the whole marriage thing, have been pretty locked in. That's the thing. Everybody sits there and talks about all these different rights, right? Like, oh my goodness, human rights and civil rights. Let me tell you something, folks. What you need is your constitutional rights here in the United States of America, which we all have. We are, by all technical means, under the same protections as, United States citizens. So everything else, for the most part, outside of the marriage situation is a bit superfluous. Because everybody likes to sit there and say, oh, well, you can't, like they want their specific niche carved out. And the deal is that we ultimately came around to, you know what, everybody, all man, and we're going to, in man, we will encompass woman. And, it is what it is. But unfortunately, give them an inch, they take a mile, right?
All sides. And by that, I mean that the Black community's relationship with the LGBTQ plus community
is solidified through you, right? I mean, you're on these shows, you're about to play the fairy godmother. I mean, you are the relationship between, like your mere existence means that there is a relationship between the quote unquote African American community and the LGBTQ. Now, if you want everybody to, think the way that you want them to think, I apologize. But that is rather anti-American, because everyone has their rights to think the way that they so desire. Like, seriously, it's one of the scarier things that I've seen taking place during these protests is how quickly people jump all over somebody who just doesn't think the way that they do. And that's why I gave the Boondocks episode so much reverence, where Huey was just like, where they was like, hey, Huey, what do you think about Barack Obama? Man, it's going to be great. A Black president. He goes, eh. And they completely go bonkers on him. Why? Because he's not thinking the way that they would like for him to think. And unfortunately, Mr. Porter, that's really where you're at with it. Look, what you do with your junk ain't my problem. It's nobody's problem, and it's nobody's business. But for some, and honestly, no, you shouldn't be. As far as who's going to deal with you and stuff like that, I mean, they have their discretions as well. And one of the fun things that I love about the whole race argument is that, guess what, guys? Even if it is about race, they can turn around and just say it's about something else. Like no matter what. If it's about what the fuck? If it's about The I'm sorry, somebody just like came and like knocked up against my junk right quick, but not my junk, but my car. Oh, sorry about that. That really did throw me off. That completely threw me off. But we ain't stopping. We ain't stopping. So deal is that like like you have to give people space to believe or think whatever it is they so desire to believe or think. I genuinely believe that because it'll only take, it takes time. But as a nation, as a collective, I really do like that we've gotten to a point where, like we all recognize wrong as wrong. Color be damned. But there's just this overwhelming amount of people who are happy to let the color situation continue, who actually need the color, like to make the Crayola cabal as big as it is because it drives a wedge, it drives division. And so thusly, we're not looking at each other from a, you my guy, like I just live and let live, live and let live way. And you have to sit there and allow people, Mr. Porter, you're going to have to allow people to live live what they want to live and accept what it is that they so feel comfortable accepting. Forcing anything on anyone just breeds resentment. It really does.
Appalling at best and eerily similar to that of white supremacists.
Didn't Jamel Hill write? No, Jamel Hill didn't write it. She just retweeted Damon Young's black men, straight black men are the white people of black people. I remember that, and that's all. That's the energy that we're getting from this. And as a what could be called a heterosexual black male, I mean, and that would be called, like I definitely am. Like, dude, like I'm a cisgendered. Gender's such trash. But I am a cisgendered heterosexual black male who loves women. And I gotta say, dude, if be as feminine as you want, but as far as, oh well, yeah, you have to accept, I have to accept, you or really almost anybody else is bullshit. Sorry, like that's just like no one is required to like you in life. That is not, it's infuriating that we have so many people now who are just like, oh, well, you have to, like, the fact that you don't accept, well, you see, you've done well enough for yourself to whereas, bro, like, what do you need to accept? What do you need accepted? That's my question. You did well enough for yourself. No one stopped you. No one oppressed you. So why are you sitting here tripping?
Versus black folk. Hear me, black people, and hear me well. I'm calling y'all out right here and right now.
I'll be a huckleberry, but the deal is that I don't care. I'm sorry, your self-righteous anger moves me in no way, shape, or form, Mr. Porter. It really doesn't. Be a good person, be a decent person, and we're all good. But this, oh, well, I'm going to call you out and tell you how you're wrong for not, for not, for what? For not what exactly? Because I can't, like, even if I, what's the name? Like even if I were like, yeah, let's go get him. All right, cool. Rah, rah, rah. I still can't make the next person do that. Right? So how about we just focus on being decent human beings, being good human beings? If I would have come across Mr. Porter, I would shake that man's hand and I'll be like, yo, what's good? Let's go get a bid. Let's talk. Let's rap. I have no problem talking to anybody, even though my channel is basically just me. But those of you who know me in the real world know I have absolutely no problem talking to anybody. And I'd like to talk to you. I'd like to have a conversation with Mr. Porter. I'm like, yo, so why are you so hungry for somebody else's acceptance when it should be about you? It's about because honestly, I feel like when people sit here and project onto society, in many cases, they're projecting their own insecurities. So I really like to get a crack at that. I'm not going to sit here and consider you lesser. I don't consider you lesser. But I do have a problem when you want to say and be like, oh yeah, well, I'm calling you out. Well, shit, all right, I'll ring that bell. It's nothing.
You cannot expect our demands of equality to be met with any real legislative policy and change. Just to go
Yeah, and that's primarily because all of the quote unquote, legislators, all these quote unquote black legislators that we have out here are trash and brought and paid for and been trying. Like, who's expecting this? Like, honestly, that's my question. Because like during this whole BLM George Floyd situation, I've been very curious. Like, okay, so what's the game? What's the end point? What's the end game in all of this? And it always gets, I always get crickets in return because, like as far as ultimately what can be done, it is a vast, long-standing situation and issue, but it's not an exclusively black one. And you'll always receive pockets of resistance as long as you quarter off those of paler or fairer skin when when trying to address this issue, because but that's the point. That divisiveness, that driving wedge is the point.
When y'all turn around and inflict the same kind of hate and oppression on us.
No, we don't. I didn't know what I do to you. I did absolutely nothing to you, sir. I mean, whoever it is that did something to you, you call them out by name, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, honestly, put names to it or shut the fuck up. All right, like, like at this point, put names to it or shut the fuck up. There's no reason to sit here and be like, oh, well, society did this to me. Society didn't do it to you. Kevin back in 8th grade or Mike from that executive that you was dealing with, like they did that to you. So you call them out. As far as, oh, well, everybody has to think the way it has to, all of us have to eat this, we're as oppressive as nah, bruh. See, this is the problem with that. This is why I don't play the intersectionality game. Nope. Look, I got mad love for you. I want you to do well. I want you and everything you care about. If you care about it, I want it to be all right, Billy. But the problem is that when you're sitting here talking about, human nature and people, what people need to accept and how, oh, we're a part of white supremacy. Like, come on, miss me, fam. Miss me a million times over. For real. So, with that being said, cause he finished. And, look at all that self-righteous anger. Oh, my goodness. Oh, how dare you? Oh, my goodness. Wagging the finger. We're going to leave it right here. We're going to leave it right here with this guy just wagging his finger at us, telling us, oh, my goodness. You have to sit here and complain. And what exactly? I don't know what to tell you because me personally, I don't pick on people for that. I really don't. No matter what YouTube tell you, I couldn't care less. It is the shoving. It is the, oh, well, you better care. You better accept. You know what? I got something for y'all right quick. I got something for y'all. Because I liked what I saw right here. Here it is. Check this out. Because you got all of these, hold on, where's the volume at on this? All right, bad. See, you got all of these officers right here just bowing down, taking a knee. And then you got just one lone hero. Oh, they almost got him for a second there, but let's get through the whole thing. You got one lone hero that stands alone. And it's like, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm not. There he is. Here, no, get down, bro. Get down. Nah, bro. I ain't beating. Watch him. Watch them all now sitting there, like trying, like, look at him. Look at him. Start, fingers pointing. Coming at him. Why? Because he is not thinking the way that they want him to think. This guy's my hero right now. Those who stand up against him, like for all these people who, like, yo, didn't we all watch the first Avengers movie and Loki had everybody kneeling? Like, bro, we don't, like, I'm sorry. Like, yo, I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees, man. I completely understand this. And most men at your core, like, even if you completely disagree with everything that I've said throughout the course of this video, most men at our core, we know the importance of standing up and saying, no, I'm not going to do that thing you want me to do. Damn sure under the pretenses that we have it under, somebody got to stand tall. And so I got nothing but respect for the gentleman in the screen right here. But as you can see, all the protesters, the mob, just sit there and start, like, saying, like, coming at him, like, yo, why are you not kneeling? Why are you not, why are you not bowing before the God of wokeness? It's infuriating. It really is. Look, you got to accept the same way you want people to accept what your choices, and this goes for anybody, black, white, green, blue, purple, gay, straight, you know what I'm saying, transsexual, whatever. If you want people to accept your choices and how you decided to live your life, you have to accept the same thing from them. And if that means, hey, you know, you can't, like, you can go to another, if there's a cake that you want to get made, you can go to another cake spot. You know, Carvel damn near write anything on it. You know, and there's plenty of people who just bake cakes for the heck of it. As well as, you know, like all the, like capitalism really can solve so many different problems because, hey, if you're not willing to serve this couple for whatever reason, then there's going to be another business. Well, there should be, not after all this, but there should be another business there to serve them in the same capacity. It is what it is. But no. You're demanding subservience. And that's a problem. I harbor no ill will towards anyone, even my worst enemy, even the people who've done me worse in life. I harbor no ill will towards them. I want you to go and have a happy and successful life. But the deal is that I wouldn't want you to, the same way I want that for you, I want that for the next person. So thusly, I don't want you interfering or, you know, barging in on the next person. It makes sense. Like Stan Lee, the legend Stan Lee, you know, treat people the way you want to be treated, the way you like to be treated, you know? And that's why the whole like racism and people getting mad at All Lives Matter and Drew Brees, like that, like they really got mad about the flag. And that's where the whole anti-American sentiment scares the shit out of me, because it's like they really made Drew Brees, you know, back down from, you know, standing up for the flag. Like, look, this is this country, and whether you like it or not, this country has created amazing opportunities for a lot of the people, including Ice Cube and LeBron James, that sit here and cry about the exact same oppression. Look, it is what it is. Can't go back in time. Even though we see these videos, even though we see this footage, you know what? It is what it is. There, but for the grace of God, go I. Anyways, all the internet stuff. If you liked it, toss it a like, dislike, go ahead, do that too. Nobody's scared of you. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice. You want to get videos like this every single day. Share, because sharing is caring. And YouTube and Bitchute and like are the biggest fans of your boy over here for very obvious reasons. Bang the bell for notifications and speak. Let me know. What do you guys think in the comments? I am just frustrated that the same respect these people, you know, I mean, all of these folks, from your Billy Porters to the random person are, you know, yelling at BLM in the middle of the streets and protesting, the same respect that they claim they want, they are not willing to show to the next person. And that's where shit's really jacked up. But you may disagree, and that's why I have a comment section. Please enjoy.